Hi, this is Deacon John Wilson, Education Enrichment Director for West Angeles Church, here to tell you a little bit about how we did this summer with the CSU Summer Algebra Institute. We've just finished taking an overview of the data that's in there as an aggregate set of data, and we're very pleased with what we did in just 6 weeks with students. Um, I'll tell you the significance of this as far as moving forward on our program, but I thought I'd share with you some of our numbers. So, as a part of our program, we use a program called Ed Ready as a grade diagnostic that we run at the beginning of the program and then at the end of the program. And we measure the improvement over the 6 weeks. You must understand in our program, they have classroom teaching, they have diagnostic programs, and they work on lessons on the computer, that is. They also have some life math examples they work on together and apply the math they've learned. And basically, we had this summer 5 groups of students: foundational math, algebra readiness, geometry readiness, advanced algebra readiness, and advanced math, which is your pre-calc and students. We did go ahead and put them through the diagnostic, had them work the exercise, and they had a class that they had to go to. So here we go. In our program, first of all, we should probably say that when you add these numbers in the total column up, there's 38, but we had 52 in the program, 50 actually tested. So there were 12 that didn't attend regularly and therefore had no improvement. That was important because it validated that we have to have some time with the students. But for the most part, these are the students that had moderate or good attendance. In foundational math, we had 2 that improved 2 to 20%, 4 above 20%. Foundational math, you used to call pre-algebra. Then algebra readiness, we had this 4, and then we had 7 above. Remember, this is only 6 weeks. Only 6 weeks. So we had 7 students above 20%. And I think in each one of these categories, we had 2 or 3 students that got all the way, peaked all the way out and got up to 100 score, 90 some score. I think 90 is that maximum, and started the next level. So we saw a lot of continuous improvement in here. Geometry readiness, 1 was 220, 6 were above 20. You see the numbers right here. I think this is astounding. You know what it tells me? You can, by the way, I'll put a link to these numbers down below. But you know what this tells me? It tells me that I don't know if our schools are doing, they have them for a whole semester and test scores are not improving. Now, granted, it's different testing, but we should not be able to in 6 weeks. What are we doing in 6 weeks with these students in the summer when a lot of them don't want to be there? What are we doing to improve these students? We're showing them attention and the love of God for sure, but we're also actually teaching them in the classroom, traditional teaching. We don't do all this. We don't do too much of the life stuff. We teach the actual math and the steps, and we do drill work. Then we have them practice on the computer. We do a mixture of everything. Then we do some games with math and some applied math games of logic that we play, and even down to our some of our board games are logic based. And we see the scores improved. The students got better in math. There's some underlying data I could show you where we had many students in several of the 8 or 9 subcategories, move off of needs improvement to be moderate at least, or go from moderate to really excels. I just don't have the time to show you all that data. So I wonder what we're doing in our schools. We're moving to grading for equity and doing all this equity stuff with math, but at the end of the day, 2 plus 2 is 4. And I think a friend of mine, Rex, says 8 squared is 64, and the square root of 64 is 8. There's nothing you can do about it. So I wonder if we're really teaching our kids. That's what I wonder. Now, I have more to say about this, parents. We're going to have a big parent conference really soon. And there's some issues I want to mobilize parents on. We got to do a better job of teaching math. If I could have kids for 6 weeks, and we had several reports from parents, kids loved it. They learned a lot. They're excited about math again. Ooh, this stuff gives me goosebumps. In just 6 weeks, y'all. What is going on in our schools that I could do that so easily? I'm not a credentialed teacher. In fact, in our program, we were required to have two, but the other four are not credentialed for sure. What's going on here? What's going on here is that we love and care for these students. And I hope your student can be with us next summer. If they weren't, no problem. We're going to start our fall programs with our homework club and our math workshops on Saturday. Look in the description block. You'll see how to get a hold of us. Go to our website and get involved in this. All right, that's all I'll say about today. God bless you. Thank you very much.